Hello, welcome to Being Change. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me for what I think is going to be a really exciting introduction to Ayurveda short series of videos. So you may have heard of Ayurveda and you may have been put off by it, thinking that it's a bit too complicated or not relevant to our lives that we live today in the modern world. And so I hope that with these short videos, I'm going to prove to you that Ayurveda is not only really practical and applicable to our day-to-day lives, but also very based in common sense and actually really easy to start to apply to your day-to-day life once you know a few basics. So today, just answering this question in a nutshell, what is Ayurveda? So Ayurveda is actually the sister science of yoga. It's an ancient Indian practice or art form or tradition of health and well-being, and it's actually thought to be one of the oldest holistic health well-being practices. So it's at least 5,000 years old, and the fact that it's still relevant today in our lives is, I think, pretty amazing and testament to how supportive this can be for our well-being. So what does the word Ayurveda actually mean? So it's a Sanskrit word, as we find within all the yogic poses and yogic philosophy. And as with a lot of Sanskrit words, as with all Sanskrit words, it can have multiple meanings, which is part of the beauty, I think, of the Sanskrit language. But anyway, so some of the ways that we most commonly tend to translate Ayurveda, so it's made up of two different parts of the word, Ayur and Veda. So Veda actually means knowledge, or kind of tradition, that kind of thing. And Ayur can mean life. So it often means, or it's often translated as the science of living or the art of living well, or the knowledge of life, in fact. Ayurveda has one core premise, and that is that our natural state, every single one of us, mine, yours, your friends, your families, your enemies, everybody's natural state is one of balance, inner balance and harmony. And all of Ayurvedic philosophy and teachings is about how we can restore balance to ourselves, but not only that, how we can maintain it. So it takes a very holistic approach whereby we don't treat kind of a condition, we just aim to prevent that from happening in the first case, if we can, okay? Which is one of the ways it differs to kind of what we might see more commonly in Western medicine, where we're treating that kind of ailment that we have. So there are three main reasons why I really love Ayurveda. The first one of those is that it sees us all as individuals. So yes, it views that we're all having this natural state of balance as our kind of natural way of being. But the path back to balance is different for each of us because we're all different and all of our lives are different. So that's the first reason why I like Ayurveda so much. The second reason is that it is really rooted in common sense, and so it's very practical and able to be applied to our everyday lives, and within that it views all of our lives as a holistic thing, thinking that everything that we do, everything we interact with, from music to films that we watch to food that we eat to the work that we do to the people we're friends with, everything has an impact on that inner state of harmony. And then the final thing that I wanted to share with you today, and the third reason why I love Ayurveda so much, and it's connected to the other things that I've mentioned so far, is that it works on this idea of like increases like and opposites bring balance. And that's a really key concept that we're going to explore further in these Introduction to Ayurveda videos. So I hope this has just given you a little bit of a taste of what Ayurveda is, and kind of answered some of those basic questions for you, and started to maybe whet your appetite for learning a little bit more and thinking about how you can bring Ayurveda and its wisdom into your everyday life to help yourself find balance. So I look forward to seeing you next time for the next Introduction to Ayurveda video. Thank you for watching.